What up, guys? This is Al over at Motor City Slot Cars. Just thought I'd do a quick comparison of some of the manufacturers of slot cars that are out there. These are just the ones that I have. It's not a diss on any other manufacturer that's out there. This is just what I have available to me, some of the things that I see. So I decided to do a comparison of a few of the cars that I have. I have here Scalextric, Carrera. I think this one's Slot.it. This is Scale Auto and Fly. These are just cars that I've been collecting over the years. I didn't select them or select a certain like Can-Am or anything like that at all. I just got a mixture of the different cars here and just want to go through a little bit of each. So to start, I'll start with Scalextric because the two on the end here are probably the most popular. So if there's anybody out there looking for slot cars like I was and trying to figure out what kind of track and things like that you want, hopefully this will help you out. So if we look at the Scalextric, for example, this is the Scalextric vehicle right here. This is a Ford vehicle. And one of the things that I like about Scalextric is that you can just about find any type of vehicle you want. Whatever your favorite type of vehicle is, you can find with Scalextric itself. The only drawback is that some of the parts in Scalextric are very, very let's just say they're mass-produced and mass-made. So if you notice here on this particular vehicle, I actually switched out the wheels for metal wheels. I took my spoiler off because I didn't want it to break. But you can find various parts for these. Tires, pretty easy to find. Scalextric is probably, most people might call it the gold standard of slot cars. It's usually in a lot of homes because the tracks are a little bit smaller, which is cool. But you can find a variety of different cars. Here's another Scalextric car here, and this is an example of what I'm talking about. The wheels that come with them are plastic. They're decent. It's a great running vehicle in terms of like on the track itself, which is great in my opinion. So that's the Scalextric vehicle right there itself. Like I said, most people might consider it the gold standard. It's pretty popular over in the UK, like Europe, like England, and places like that. Here in the States as well, when you talk about 132, most people refer to this vehicle or this manufacturer itself. Next in line is Carrera. This is actually one of my favorite cars. I owned this car when I was a kid, a car like this, I should say. With Carrera, they're German made, and in my opinion, very well made, depending on which type you buy. I think this is the Carrera Evolution, so this one doesn't have the digital chip in it, and that's another thing I didn't mention about Scalextric. They do have digital chips, they do run on a digital track, and the advantage of running on a digital track is that it allows the vehicle to switch lanes when you hit your controller button for it or the switch for it. Carrera does offer digital as well. Most of these you can chip yourself. It has a spot here on the bottom. But what I did like about Carrera is that it's very detailed, just like most of these cars are. Came with metal rims for it. It's a pretty decent car, and it runs well on a Scalextric track as well, depending on the one that you get. The cool thing about Carrera is not only does it come in 132, it comes in a larger 124 size as well, so you can run bigger cars if you want to. I just elected to go with the 132. So if you're out there looking for slot cars, two of the most popular ones you're gonna find are Scalextric and Carrera. And depending on what type of space you have in your home, if you've got a lot of space in your home, you might want to go a Carrera track because it's a lot thicker, a bigger track. Scalextric is not, it's more for the home itself. Next up here, I have here a slotted vehicle. I started buying slotted when I first got my track. I have a Scalextric track, and I really enjoy and like slotted vehicles. They're very detailed, just like all of them are, like I said before. These come in a variety of different sets. So you have those that have like side winders that'll go from north to south here. You have angle winders, and you have ones like this one here that'll just straight back to the axle itself. These can also be digitally chipped depending on what type of track you're running. They're light. This is more or less for the enthusiast, the person that loves to race vehicles like I do. You want to race on the track, and then you can buy different ones that are model-like where you can paint them and make them your own type of vehicle itself. The cool thing I like about these is that the vehicles, in my opinion, are a little bit more quicker than some of the other two. Parts are not as readily available as they are on the Carrera and also on the Scalextric. That's another thing that I found out as well. But pretty decent cars, very well built, very, very detailed, and a lot of detail on these vehicles from Slot.it. Great manufacturer in my opinion. That's just my own personal opinion, like I said. The next one here is Scalextric, which is a newer manufacturer. Very, very nice vehicles. They do come in a variety of different ways. This is another one for the enthusiast, the person that loves to race on a track or a race for competition and things like that, because that is making a comeback. You can see the detail in the wheels here. You can see the calibers and everything. This is a Corvette. I actually took the spoiler off of this one. Didn't want to break it. I have it in my box here. And this one too also has a little lighter chassis. You can see the cutouts here, and that helps when you're racing. You can adjust this chassis just like you can on the Slot.it. So these chassis both are adjustable. You can make it so that you can have a little bit more float in the body, as it were, and have it grip to the track a little bit more. You can remove the magnets in the back. You can race magnets without magnets or with them, whichever one you want. They both have magnets in the back. But with Scalextric, very well built car, very quick, and you get a lot, in my opinion, for your money in terms of the type of motors and things like that they have. So it's a really, really great vehicle if you're looking for it. I don't know if Scalextric sells tracks and things like that, but they're big in Europe as well. So great manufacturer. And the last one here that I have is Fly. Now, all the others that I showed you here, the Scalextric, the Carrera, the Slot.it, and the Scalextric, are great cars for, I mean, you can race them. You can even race them in competition if you want to. And they run great. Now, some of the Flies, depending on which one you get, this is a Fly Corvette. And if you notice what's a little different about, I'll just compare the two Corvettes here. The motor on the Fly is toward the front wheels. The motor on this particular vehicle is at the back wheels. So what they have here is they have a shaft that goes from the motor back to the back wheels. I know that some people have done things to modify the Fly vehicles themselves to make them, depending on the type of manufacturer you want for the vehicle itself, whether it's a Corvette or Mustang and things of that nature, or some of the other racers. So because it has an axle at the back, it does take a little bit away from it. So when you're talking about racing, it's not a quick racer at all. It handles okay, but most of the weight is in the front as opposed to the back, so there's nothing there to weigh it down. And if you notice on this one, the only magnets on this are actually toward the front in the motor here. There are no magnets in the back here. I don't have any magnets on the inside of this here at all. I don't want to open it. I just wanted to do a quick overview of the vehicles that I have. So there you have it. I have here the Scalextric. Like I said, it's pretty popular in Europe. Great for home tracks. Another one that's great for home tracks is Carrera, a little bit more expensive, but very, very well made. And you'll find a lot of parts and things like that, just like for Scalextric, for vehicles like this itself. You have Slot.it, which is for the race enthusiasts. Those that just like to go to tracks and race in competition. That's what the Slot.it, in my opinion, is for. And the same thing for Scalextric. If you like to race and you want to modify your vehicles, these would be the two that I would go with: Slot.it and Scalextric. And then Fly. If you love to collect vehicles just because you want the vehicle, that's what I would do with most of the Fly. Now, Fly does make some that are rear wheel, but in my opinion, Fly is more of a, I guess, more of a collector's model. So there you have it. A comparison of a few of the vehicles that I have. I have a few more in the back there, but I just want to give a quick overview for this video. Please like and subscribe. Check us out. Motor City Slot Car is out. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.